And welcome back once again. We're here for the ESL India Premiership organized by Nodwin Gaming, sponsored by HyperX. I'm CloudX, and unfortunately, we've got an overlay goof up happening here. Alright, looks like we should be good to go. We've got Aero Esports going up against Miscommunication. It's a best of one knockout match. One of these two teams will be going home, and as you can see on your screens, we're looking at another AP remake game. I guess the admins just opted to finish up the draft and create the game once again on account of well, time constraints that both teams might have been facing, but no real harm done.
30
We'll be
seconds
able to
to
go
battle.
through the teams' lineups real quick before this game gets underway. It's Aero Esports on the Radiant side. You've got Wave handling the Dragon Knight, DDK playing the Shadow Demon. Hack's going to be handled by Kratos. Klink's going to be played by Demo, and that leaves us with Slaughter handled by Skadoosh. Miscommunication on the other side of the river. You've got Rambo handling the Tide Hunter, Bounty Hunter, gonna be played by Shinchan, Lion played by Flabbergasted, Phantom Lancer
The
handled by
battle
Unique
begins.
Name in quotes, and of course Invoker played by SF7M. He's gonna get the Bounty rune for himself on the top side, while at bottom Dragonite will find a Bounty rune for himself. So we're looking at a fairly greedy lineup coming out from Aero Esports here with a straight up jungle axe and a solo support in the form of the Shadow Demon. Miscommunication. They'll benefit by having this bounty hunter in their ranks. He's going to be able to move into the jungle and piss off this axe quite often. I believe that's where he should be spending most of his time because up against the Dragon Knight, I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to do. But he's going to start with a couple of hits. He didn't start with the Orb of Venom though. That could prove to be a bit of a burden for him. But as far as the lanes go, it's a dual lane in mid so far with the Bounty Hunter lingering behind the Invoker. At top, you've got a Lion trying to hover behind that Slaughter with the Phantom Lancer farming up in his face. Next, going to be a great pick up against that Phantom Lancer. At Kratos, he's getting a good start for now. He did start with the Iron Talon as well, so we should see him pulling out a fairly quick Blink Dagger if that's what he chooses to go for. Now though, Miscommunication. Doing fairly okay, but this Dragon Knight is getting a lot more CS out of this middle lane. He's 8 and 1, pretty much perfect CS for him. Up against just the 1 and 0 on an Exhort Invoker. This is not the way that SF7M wants to start this matchup. Well, top lane, we're now going to see Shinchan moving up towards Skadoosh. He's still a level 1 bounty hunter though. Without the Genara, without the Orb of Venom, I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to do here. And it's not like he can pick up. Well, okay, he can't pick up the Orb of Venom from the side shop, but now he's got it. Skadoosh gonna walk straight into Flabbergasted. He's gonna get a couple of hits off on him as well. The Earth Spike to thwart the aggression. Skadoosh gonna get slowed by the Lance. The Orb of Venom as well. The neutral's doing some work. There's the crush coming out. He catches out 3. He's making a run for it. Uses the Fairy Fire to help him get away. And then even pops the salve. Sunstrike along with the Lance. Oh, it's not enough. Just nearly bringing down that Slaughter there, but he survives against all odds. However, he will be forced to make a base trip on the back of that. And it will be the long walk of shame back towards the fountain. But no first blood has been spilled just yet. We're 2 minutes in. Miscommunication. Off to a fairly decent start now, I'd say. Getting their safe lane fully secured for this Phantom Lancer. On that bottom lane, Tide Hunter. He's only got 1 CS. He hasn't leveled up at all, so despite the Slaughter almost getting brought down, he's getting more out of this off lane than the Tide Hunter is. However, Tide does have a couple of stacks on the Ancient Camp, which he could clean up on later on. As for the Klinks, he's doing really well too. He's got 12 CS, keeping pace with that Phantom Lancer. And you've got a Klinks and a Shadow Demon. It is a very tall order for the Tide Hunter to sit around in the lane. It's a fairly easy kill on him if he's not careful. On Skadoosh, not really sure how much they can do up against him on this top lane. Every time he's in trouble, he's just gotta pop the sprint and make a run for it. Now with the Fairy Fire setting in his stash, he should be able to keep himself alive for the most part. But at mid, Dragon Knight 18 CS, he's doubling up in terms of CS up against this Invoker. This is not the way that it should be happening, especially with this Bounty Hunter rotating in time and again. Dragon Knight should have been kept at bay a little better in my opinion. Wave is doing a hell of a job here. Axe having uncontested farm inside the jungle as well. Bounty Hunter has chosen not to give him a hard time this game. Mistake coming out from Shinchan, I have to say, but this time And Sentry Bot is gonna scout him out now. And perhaps they'll go for the kill. With Demo coming in soon enough. That Shin Chan's able to lead some EXP from this pull on the sidelines. That should allow him to stay in the game and stay a little effective. He's even gonna get some CS added to his tally. Well, DDK now gonna run him down a little bit. 3 stacks of the Shadow Poison should be enough. 4 stacks now. It'll be enough to force Shin Chan to use his salve, I believe. As the Poison stack should do an absurd amount of damage here on him. We'll just wait for it to run off, and there it is. He will be forced to use the salve or make a base trip here. And it looks like he's choosing to go to base instead. But man, this Invoker is just getting bullied out of the lane. This should not be happening. Surprisingly, he's not even spawning the Forward Spirits and doing enough damage on Wave. His Wave is up to 24 CS now. And is almost at level 6 as well. Which is probably when we'll see a bit more aggression coming out from him. While Slaughter, he's up to level 4. That's still a level 2 Tidehunter. He's got a lot of ancient stacks prepped. But he just can't clean them up just yet. In fact, there's a chance that the Axe will be the one to steal that camp if he's not careful. Considering the Axe is leveling up really fast here. He's almost at level 6. Has the Tranquil Boots online now if he calls out the Ring of Regen out to himself. Well, that bottom lane Rambo, he's gonna have to make a base trip. In fact, he's gonna die here. Demo trying to run him down, needs one more Searing Arrow and he'll get it as well. That'll be first blood. Klinks claims it on the bottom lane. It's a solo kill for him. Shadow Demon not even necessary for that one. As Klinks has rightfully announced that he is on fire. Invoker meanwhile is stacking up the money, so we should see an early Midas coming out from him. While at the top side, you've got a Slaughter who's about to hit level 6 soon. Once the amp damage is available, maybe they're gonna look to make a play. But Skadoosh is getting some decent CS here. He's at 17 in the off lane. And his Blink Dagger is no longer looking like just a pipe dream. I've got to say, this Bounty Hunter's not doing enough work. I feel like he should have been pissing off the Axe right from the get-go. They should have recognized that Aero Esports is running a very greedy lineup with a jungle Axe and a solo support. And the Bounty Hunter, I would have thought that this was a pick meant to punish it, but they've absolutely done nothing. And now it's a level 6 Axe that's unafraid to show himself in the lane. And this time Bounty Hunter, I believe his position should have been revealed there as well. Axe still sticking around here. They're looking to make a play, hoping to make a play on the Invoker. But with the Elder Dragon form expended, they're going to chip away on this tier 1 tower, doing some damage. Well, Shin Chan, he's going to go for the hit. He could get stunned up here if he's not careful, but the Axe has already moved away, so Kratos will not be available there. Wave turns around. He's just too tanky at this point with a Stout Shield and 2 points in the Dragon Blood. He just do not have enough firepower to bring down this Dragon Knight anymore. All the while, Demo is just stacking up the CS here. His Soul Ring almost complete. In addition to the Power Treads, an Orb of, a Blightstone along with the Ring of Aquila. Wave. They're gonna jump him again. This time they've got no toss available, but the Wave Elder Dragon form is run out. The Stun Strike's coming through. They'll get the kill. As Shadow Demon enters the fray just a little too late. While that's happening though, Slaughter manages to find a solo kill on the Lion up top. However, he will pay for his own with his own life to unique name on the Phantom Lancer. So it ends up being a 2 for 2 across the map. 2 for 1 across the map as Miscommunication has leveled the score at 2 for 2. Demo once again looking to make a play on Rambo here. He's going in deep. He wants to get this kill. He still needs another Searing Arrow. And now he might just pay for that with his own life as the Lion CP'd in. Yep, he's gonna get brought down. That was questionable coming out from the Klinks. I don't think it was worth it chasing that far in for a kill on the Tidehunter who's already severely underleveled. But again the Slaughter finds a kill up top. Missed that one. As his TP in was successfully, even gets the kill on the one position of Miscommunication. So it's still 3 for 3, both sides going eye for an eye. But it does feel like Aero Esports are slightly ahead at this point on account of how far behind that Tidehunter's fallen. But the Invoker has definitely managed to pull back here. He's now up to 3900 net worth. His CS is looking decent. And his Midas is online as well.
Dire's middle tower
Well,
is
Shin
under
Chan,
attack.
those Shadow Poison stacks. This is going to be the death of him. They even have the dust slowing him down, and Klinks will find the money for that kill. Extending his lead a little further and putting him right back on top of the net worth chart.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Quite an
attack.
action-packed first few minutes we've had of this game. As we're now starting to transition into the mid-game phase, we should see heroes grouping up and looking to make some plays. As unfortunately, we're going to see a pause coming out here from the bounty hunter. So miscommunication, having some issues, which hopefully will be resolved soon. But we're going to use this time, do quick item check on both teams here. Aero Wave, he's gone for the power treads first, so he's just tanking up with the early starter items. He's even got the Invis rune in his bottle, so we could see him making a play on the back of that. While the Slaughter, he's up to 800 gold, so his Blink Dagger is still quite far away. Can't say the same for the Axe though. Kratos, he's found himself a good 1700 gold, so we're looking at a sub 12 minute Blink Dagger if he continues to farm at this rate. He's had no kill participation whatsoever though, but that could change as soon as he gets that first Blink Dagger, that early Blink Dagger online. Tidehunter meanwhile, still at level 4, 9 minutes in. Remember, he does have that stacked camp of Ancients that he can clean up, but he's going to need more points into the Anchor Smash and the Kraken Shell if he really wants to bring them down. And for that, he needs levels, but he just can't stand in the face of this bottom lane for fear of being brought down by this Klinks, who's really hitting. He's really packing quite the punch right now, especially when he consumes the creep with the Death Pact. Well, there's the resume calls. Dragon Knight will get this game back underway. And miscommunication. We'll be looking to make a recovery at top lane. Skadoosh. There's a wraparound coming in from Flabbergasted, and Skadoosh, will he be able to get out of here? He's gonna go towards the north side, and yeah, he's gonna TP back to his tier 1 tower. So he'll dodge a bit of a gank there. Well, DDK is now getting followed by this bounty hunter. His position has been revealed though, as the axe is coming in. He's gonna try for a blind call, a close one there, but he won't get the pick off yet. This Invis rune now, I'm not sure if it was scouted out, but they see the bounty hunter. There's a sentry ball placed down there, and they're gonna blow him up. They've got the call, and with the dunk, Kratos will get the kill, bringing him one step closer to his Blink Dagger as Klinks manages to get another kill on the Tidehunter at bottom. 2-0 in favor of Aero Esports there. Miscommunication on the receiving end of these blows. At middle lane, you've got another fight breaking out. Flabbergasted about to lose his life, but at the same time, Invoker will get a kill on the axe just behind. Flabbergasted juking through the tree lines, but Wave will find the last hit on him and gets the kill as he turns around with a breathe fire to reduce the damage being dished out and starts to flap his wings and get away. There's no Ravage on this Tidehunter, so they're not going to be able to get the kill on him, as Bounty Rune will even be picked up on the way out. DDK, does he want to set something up here with the disruption? Turns out he doesn't. Shin-Chan coming in with a few hits of his own. Well, Wave has a lot of regen, and he even had those bottle charges to work with, so he can continue to farm up in the lane, I believe. There's even TP coming in from the axe, so his bottle will be replenished. Up top, Skadoosh inching closer and closer to his own Blink Dagger, while the axe is almost there now. Just one more creep camp and he'll have it all the while. Demo, he's managed to take down a tier 1 tower at bottom, as his Desolator is about ready to be completed here. Shin-Chan is lingering around behind that tier 1. They want this kill on Skadoosh. He's just gonna try and carve a path through the tree lines. With the Lancer hovering around so far ahead though, it seems like a dead obvious play here, that they're gonna try and make something happen on Skadoosh. Wave now has the Elder Dragon form available with the Blink Dagger. They're gonna expend it going in on the Invoker. They'll stun lock him in position and they'll dunk him to death, as the Invoker's killing spree has now been taken away. They'll throw down the Battle Hunger. Shin-Chan not getting too far away from this. Another dunk will come through, as Kratos actually gets it with the counter helix instead. Flabbergasted though comes right in, and with the Finger of Death will find the return kill on the axe. So not a complete loss there, but at top lane, Skadoosh, he's going for an illusion. They made a bit of a misplay there, as the real Phantom Lancer is turning around. The crush is there. It doesn't manage to get the stun, and the disruption will cancel it out. Skadoosh gonna drop down one last amp damage, allowing the Shadow Demon to do his thing, but they won't be able to get the kill on the Lancer here. They'll be forced to back away.
Dire's middle
However,
tower
space
has
was
fallen.
created and Dragonite will find the middle tier 1 tower in return.
Dire's bottom
Again,
tower
these are
is under
small trades
attack.
that are starting to favor Aero Esports, and they're clearly starting to stack up the net worth advantage. As we see Demo just being left to his own devices in this bottom lane. His Desolator should be completed in the next minute or so. And with that, his solo pick-off potential just goes straight through the roof. Unfortunately, we've got another disconnection now coming out from this bounty hunter, Shin-chan. Hopefully he's going to come back soon. Yeah, there we go. He's already back into the game. So we're seeing the classic armlet build coming out from the Dragon Knight. Usually after you get the armlet, you want to go for some sort of initiation tool. Either the Blink Dagger or, more often than not, you tend to get the Shadow Blade. So I would expect the Dragon Knight to go for one of those here. But here we go, Slaughter coming in with the sprint already activated. All they need is the amp damage and they can try and lock down Shin-chan, but he's close to his tier 1 tower. There's always the fear of those teleportations coming in to back him up. But look at this yummy stack here. Just waiting to be cleaned up. I wonder if the Axe will consider
Dire's
contesting
top
it.
tower is under attack.
Once they get to level 11 on the Dragon Knight, they could definitely steal the stack with the Axe and the DK splash damage. Which is probably the play that Aero Esports needs to make if they really want to lock out Miscommunication from coming back into this mid-game phase. But Kratos, he's gonna jump in, he'll get the call on the real Phantom Lancer. And they know it's him, he's gonna use the doppelganger, he's trying to make a run for it. And yep, they've tagged the correct one, they're trying to juke amp damage onto the wrong one. Kratos still moving forward, has the call, gets it off as well. But Kratos is taking quite the damage here. He needs to get the dunk, but he's not going to get it. He's going to lose his own life instead. And it's going to be 2 kills in favor of Miscommunication. There's the Ravage clipping the Dragon Knight. The Sunstrike's not going to connect though, as DK is already cleaned up on the Lancer behind. He's not trying to make a run for it, while Skadoosh is close at his heels. Dragon Knight, can he get away from this? Here comes Shin-chan. Not sure what he was thinking. He does end up going down to the DK, who gets a double kill for himself. Slaughter running in, gets a 2-man crush, amps up one. Rambo taking a beating. Yes, Skadoosh though been tagged by the anchor smash. The armlet toggle is there, and DK will get himself a triple kill. He needs to toggle once again, but he's been stunned up now, and Lion will claim the dominating streak, as Skadoosh will end up falling to the Invoker. That was a very messy fight coming out from Aero Esports. They end up losing a lot of heroes, 4 for 3 in favor of Miscommunication, as we do see the golden EXP graphs now tilting in favor of Miscommunication as well. I think the saving grace here for them is that the fact that the Klinks is still alive, and he manages to take down the tier 2 tower while all that was happening up top. Rat Dota is real, and Klinks is leading the charge on that front. But Aero Esports has just received a grim reminder that they can't fight YOLO into a Tyrant and his Ravage. This is the play that they need to make. They need to contest the stack of Ancients, because the Tyrant does seem to be headed in that general direction right about now. He's probably going to need one more level till he gets the max Anchor Smash online. Kratos. Little does he know that the Shin-chan bounty hunter is just hanging around behind him. But Aero Esports desperately wants this tier 1 tower up top. They're gonna group up again in a bid to try and bring it down. Skadoosh, he's got a blink dagger of his own, but speaking of blinks, the Lion with all those kills has now got a blink as well. So the initiation tools are available for Miscommunication now. And there's not much they can do to defend this tier 1 tower. Dragon Knight will claim the money for it. Rambo. He's now building towards a mechanism. He's picked up the headdress, but Aero Esports is showing no signs of slowing down here. They're gonna drop an observer ward. They should have been scouted. The sentry ward is there as well. Do they want to make a play here? They'll jump in with a crush. They've got the amp, and that'll be a dead bounty hunter with the dunk sealing the deal. Axe finds the kill. Not too much of a commitment coming out from Aero Esports, but they'll find 1 kill and they're looking for more, as Demo was hoping to find Flabbergasted out of position. He was unsuccessful, but that said, they will get the tier 2 tower and back away in time to defend their own tier 1. So So crisp and clean plays coming out from Aero Esports for now. They get a pick off a tower and defend their own. Now they're looking for a pick off on unique name. A real doppelganger. Oh, he's gone onto the wrong one though. The real one is still bottom. Now they won't be able to bring down the real Phantom Lancer. The illusions playing tricks with Skadoosh and company. As Miscommunication will dodge a bullet there. This ancient stack though, it has been scouted out now, and Aero Esports, they want to contest this, and there we go. They're gonna go in for the stack. This is a disaster for the Tide Hunter. He's gonna stick around for the EXP, but Kratos, he almost died there. Sunstrike, gonna miss. They're going for the Tide Hunter, and they'll bring him down before he can even drop the Ravage, and the stack has been contested. While Kratos will lose his life to the Lancer, they'll end up getting a double kill as the Lion drops to the Dragonite as well. It's going to be an all-out bloodbath coming out here. Unique name fighting his way through. Klinks trying to work on, but he's only getting down the illusions. They brought down the Klinks. It's a 3-for-1. Wave is still alive. They've got the amp damage on the real Lancer, and they'll bring him down as well, making it a 4-for-1 trade. Wave, however, is he going to DP out? No, he's not getting away in time, as the Invoker will get the kill with the Sunstrike. That was Sunstrike number 2 in the fight. They brought down 2 cores on the side of Aero Esports, but they've lost their stack. They've lost 4, and they might even lose their 5th. The disruption is there, the crush comes through, the Ravage is there, it clips on 3. Skadoosh gonna lose his life to the Tide. There's the Deafening Blast coming out, Demo. Unable to pound away with the hits. But at the end of it all, they ended up blowing a Ravage to get a kill on the Slaughter. Any kill is good at this point, considering that Miscommunication are playing from behind. And oh, he actually finds another kill with the Sunstrike. As Klinks goes down, that was well worth it now. Miscommunication finally finding some footing. So it looks like their stack, the loss of their stack was not in vain. They end up bringing down pretty much every core on the side of Aero Esports.
With thanks.
18 minutes in, this game still hanging in the balance. Both sides going blow for blow, but the net worth and EXP lead in favor of Aero Esports. There's a Dragonlance finished up on the Dragon Knight, so only fitting that he picks up an item true to his name. Speaking of Dragonlance, you've got one finished up on the Klinks as well. And Kratos is now being chased down. The blink forward from Flabbergasted. Do they want to go in here? Kratos gonna get hexed up. He didn't pop the blade mail in time. Will he get it off? He's gonna get stunned. The Sunstrike comes through, and they'll get a very clean pick off there. But can they escape in time? You've got a blink dagger on the Dragon Knight. Now he's gonna blink forward. Oh, he's blinked into the trees. HY would be proud of this man. As Wave has trapped himself in. There's the pause coming out though. From the front side, you've got the Shadow Demon just waiting, hoping to pick off the stragglers. Now, this could be a bad fight for Aero Esports to take, honestly. They're fighting 4 versus 5, 3 versus 5 if you include the fact that Skadoosh is nowhere in the vicinity. He's sprinting desperately to try and get into this fight, but I don't think he's gonna make it in time. They still have the Finger of Death available on this line, so they could blow up one and get away. While on the back lines, you've got an Invis Klinks walking in with a full Desolator finished up as pointed out earlier. So that could prove to be a tool that Miscommunication would suffer at the hands of. But you've also got the Aghanim Scepter finished up on the Invoker now. So you will be firing on spells like a machine gun. But here we go, we'll find out the fate of this battle in just a bit. Rambo, his path will be cut off. He's been hit with the disruption. They're trying to body lock him in. But that might have been a mistake as the Earth Spike throws him into the air. Flabbergasted, what are you doing, my friend? He wanted to throw down the Finger of Death. He couldn't find the line among all the illusions, and now it's going to be a 2-for-0 trade as the Klinks brings down both the line and the Tide, but behind the Dragon Knight cleans up on the Bounty Hunter. The Invoker's making a run for it. The crush was there from Skadoosh. He gets the stun onto the Phantom Lancer, but Phantom Lancer's coming in with his illusion army. The illusions have been cleaned up. The real one's been stunned down and brought down as well. It's a triple kill for the Klinks, making it a 4-for-1 trade. With the axe going down at the start of that fight, Invoker will be the only survivor yet again. And 20 minutes in, Aero Esports are now pinging Roshan and can bring him down very easily with the amp damage and the Desolator. Yeah, probably a bad idea to have Shadow Demon illusions placed down there. I guess they're just going to use them to try and soak up some damage, but anyway, Rosh will go down, the Aegis will be claimed, and Aero Esports are one step closer to victory with that one. So Dragon Knight holds on to that in his back pocket, but here we go. Axe wants to go in, doesn't get the call, but they've got the amp along with the Battle Hunger to slow him down. Maybe they'll get this kill, but they'll let Shin-Chan live to see another day. No more overcommitments coming out from Aero Esports, as Demo was nowhere in the vicinity. But this is bold though from him. He's choosing not to go for the BKB in the face of miscommunications, lockdowns, and magic damage. Instead, going for the side of Vice. Unless that's going to be a Lincoln Sphere, which I highly doubt. Here we go though. Aero Esports, they want to group up and seal the deal. 21 minutes in. Are we going to see one of those early finishes that we're so used to seeing now? I mean, Aero Esports does have the tools needed to blow up buildings quickly with the Dragon Knight and the Plinks and his Desolator. So one successful team fight will definitely transition into multiple objectives, and with this siege from the Shadow Demon spawning illusions, we've seen this done with the Luna. It's as effective with the Dragon Knight, given that illusions do apply the Elder Dragon corrosive breath debuff. It isn't a bad choice, but the blink forward, that was a defensive ice wall placed. Wave is on the wrong side, but a big crush catches two. They'll get the kill on the Invoker. He buys back immediately. The Ravage comes through, but the Axe will end up bringing down the Tide as well. With the counter Helix spins, now they move it forward. They get a stun on Flabbergasted. He gets brought down, and with the defensive disruption, Wave will stay alive a little longer. Sunstrike comes through. Axe will lose his life. Wave's about to lose the Aegis, but the crush is there, and it looks like they'll lose the Phantom Lancer as well. 22 minutes in. High ground's about to be breached, as Lancer will drop to the Lynx, making it a double kill. On the back lines, Clinks even gets brought down by the Dragon Knight, who's still alive through it all. Just a one-man death on the side of Aero Esports. All 5 going down for miscommunication. And it looks like the tier 3s are not going to be too long for life, with the Invoker trying to mount a defense here by himself. That said though, miscommunication has very low respawn timers, and Aero Esports might consider backing away. Oh, that was a misplay. A failed armlet toggle. As Wave ends up forfeiting the Aegis, the Blink, to dodge the Tornado and the EMP. So here we go, Skadoosh gonna be counter initiated upon. They'll blow him up. And Slaughter loses life to Lion. They have brought down the tier 3 tower, but now it's time for Aero Esports to secure their retreat. They're not getting too far though. The meatball was there. They've got a stun on Wave. He's just trying to fight around there, but they're making him walk around like a headless chicken, and they will eventually bring him down. So 2 kills found in the retreat here for miscommunication. Not the most efficient play coming out from Aero Esports. They brought down the tier 3, but 2 expensive kills going in favor of miscommunication after that. Shin-Chan on his bounty hunter. No sign of any item progress for him. He's opted to pick up the arcane boots while the mech's been finished up on the Tide Hunter. So I doubt we're going to see double mechs. I hope we're not going to see double mech coming out from this bounty. But at mid, another fight's going to break out. The more illusions there are, the higher the chance for the counter Helix to proc. But Kratos didn't count on the Invoker being in the vicinity, and he's going to have to force stuff himself up north. While Skadoosh is just dishing out the damage along with Demo. They haven't managed to do enough. Shin-Chan even popping a dust to get vision on Demo here. And even a zoning Sunstrike dropped down. Miscommunication still unable to take down this tier 1 tower at mid. While Aero Esports are grouping up for the final hurrah. They're gonna move forward at mid. The stun will come out. They do have a Ravage available. They'll drop it down. The mech is there as well. Rambo choosing to use it late. He'll get it off. Invoker doesn't manage to get away there. The amp damage providing just enough vision to get the kill. Skadoosh getting run down, but there's a defensive disruption along with a call and the blade mail from the Axe. He'll get the kill. Dragon Knight finds a double as he's moved forward looking for more. On the backlines though, you've got Bounty Hunter escaping with his life. So it's just the Tide Hunter and the Bounty that survived. 3 quick kills claimed by Aero Esports in what's turning out to be a complete bloodbath. With a game that's going well over a minute, the first lane of barracks are now being breached, and Aero Esports will find this comfortably. Buyback coming out from the line. Fortification is there as well. Miscommunication. Can they do anything to defend this though? Another buyback. This time it's the Lancer. This is going to be the final attempted push coming out. As they go in, the Bounty gets stunned. Flabbergasted blinks in, but he's in a very sticky situation. He's going to lose his life. It's a dieback on the line, and it's going to be more diebacks as everyone has been destroyed on the side of miscommunication. And 25 minutes in, They'll force out the GG. Miscommunication has been backed into a corner and forced into submission. Aero Esports will now move forward and are one step closer to securing their slot at the Challenger Cup #1. I've got to say, this is looking like a team to be feared in Starter Cup #3. Aero Esports putting on an impressive performance here. Miscommunication though, huge props to them for making it this far. Unfortunately, this is where their journey will end. If you guys have enjoyed, of course, don't forget to follow the stream on twitch.tv/ESL India Premiership. You can also follow them on Facebook and on Twitter. That's facebook.com/ESL India Premiership and at Premiership_IND on Twitter. I'm CloudX. If you've enjoyed my casting, don't forget to hit the like button on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/TheRealCloudX. And I'm on Twitter as well at TheRealCloudX. For now, I'm going to be signing out. I'll be handing it over to the CSGO boys. They'll be taking it over next. So stick around if you're an FPS fan, as more ESL India Premiership action will be coming.